You've come, warrior! The mighty guardian, 𝗪𝘆𝘆𝘁𝗵𝗏, is not the kind of echo too warm to crowds. The lioness favors the strong, the unyielding, and the battle-hardened. Only those she deems worthy will find her arms welcoming. But she is still an echo and can't talk.
These sounds.
What is it? Did you feel something just now?
I only heard strange sounds. Tell me, what direction did the lioness just look toward?
The Veil of Glory. It's where all heroes, blessed by the glory forged in iron and fire, find their rest. But on the long path of hunting, many died with their bodies missing. Only their weapons returned. 𝗪𝘆𝘆𝘁𝗵𝗏 frequency is woven from the cries of souls in battle. The battered weapons still carry the will of their former masters, whispering the deeds left undone. To touch such weapons is a rite of great importance for those who claim glory in the great Aegon and receive the lioness's blessing. Hearing the voices of our ancestors by 𝗪𝘆𝘆𝘁𝗵𝗏's side is a great source of strength for Septimontians.
Before meeting Wuthering, when I touched the echo in that village, I felt a layered, indistinct frequency. It was like what Abby described on our journey to Septimont, but the source eluded me at the time. But now, I found it. The source of that power lies in the Veil of Glory. The closer the lioness gets to it, the clearer it becomes.
She waits for us there. Shall we go together? I'm not sure if Septimontian rituals will interest you, but you might uncover something useful, no? Perfect. Let's head out.
What is it?
Nothing. Just a dizzy spell. Overexcitement after the win. Or something. Anyway, it's no matter. Let's continue.
Dzień dobry, witam bardzo, ale to bardzo serdecznie. Kolejny odcinek z Wuthering Waves.
These days have been a feast of victories.
Jest. Flame of Heart.
The glory.
Który to jest w ogóle chapter, akt? Co to jest w ogóle? Akt 6. What the heck?
All thanks to you.
Dobrze. Zobaczymy, co tam 𝗪𝗺 Games nam zgotowało. Na razie wątek fabularny jest mega interesujący, więc jestem ciekawy, w którą stronę zmierzamy. Może osobiście chciałbym, żebyśmy teraz powoli już się zmierzali do przejścia do jakiejś innej lokacji. Taka starożytność, okej, kumam, ekscytację, ale fajnie byłoby coś nowego jeszcze. Zobaczymy.
Strange. Why are so many appearing all at once?
Próbowałem wishować po Lupę, ale niestety mimo chyba 50 czy 60 wiszy wypadła mi 5-gwiazdkowa postać, ale chyba 50/50 moje zostało przegrane, bo dostałem Werinę. Ale dobrze, to jest moja druga konstelacja, jeżeli chodzi o Werinę, więc ta jest raczej bardziej użyteczna. Fajnie, że moja postać coś zyska na tym, ale Werina to jest mój backupowy support, więc yeah. Ale nie jestem jakoś super zły czy coś zawiedziony, bo kompletnie nie mam teamu dla Lupy.
These tacit discords didn't gather from the surroundings. It's more like they spawned from thin air.
Look, it's just ahead.
You are from my homeland. Septimont.
Wow, przepiękne ujęcie.
That girl just now, that was Mia. The closer to the veil of glory, the more the normal world and the anomaly overlap. Whatever lies ahead must be the key to all of this. I need to rethink everything. Septimont, Lupa, 𝗪𝗺𝗃𝗏, Mia, the Lioness of Glory. All of it. 𝗪𝗺𝗃𝗏 arrived in Septimont alone, not waiting for me or attempting contact. Something must have happened to prevent her. If something cut her off, aside from the 𝗪𝗪𝗏𝗪, it could have only been the 𝗪νόdion, which should be dead. But Septimont holds no faith in the Sentinel, and the 𝗪νόdion was never able to establish influence here. Maybe it's not that simple. The 𝗪νόdion controls the mind of its followers through their faith. Mia is a 𝗪𝗪𝗎𝗍𝒄, and likely a follower of the Order of the Deep. If the Veil of Glory is an important rite for champions, perhaps Mia went there. And it was there she vanished. Her hysterics, hallucinations, and loss of control in the arena were signs of the 𝗪νόdion's corruption. 𝗪𝗺𝗏𝗏 once said, "The closer one stands to the protagonist, the greater their influence over the tale."
Jeszcze z nią się nie przegadaliśmy do końca.
Years ago, it was Mia. Now I'm seeing Mia's image flicker in and out throughout this journey. If the Mia I see is under the 𝗪νόdion's control, does that mean securing the protagonist role is key to its plan? When I first met Lupa, I sensed what felt like 𝗪𝗺𝗃𝗏𝗪's frequency on her. Later, I also felt the 𝗪νόdion's presence. Did they cross paths? If 𝗪𝗺𝗃𝗏𝗪 is part of this story, the likelihood is high. Could Lupa have forgotten? Did they meet without realizing it? Or is she lying and already under the 𝗪νόdion's influence? Was 𝗪𝗺𝗏𝗏 telling the truth by saying Lupa would bring forth the dark tide? Or is she just another one of its victims?
Hey! Is something wrong? Is there something you need? Or something you want to say? I'm sorry. I don't recall crossing paths with 𝗪𝗏𝗄𝗃, but you could be right. I may have and just forgotten about it. These past days, there have been moments when I feel lost, forgetting what I was doing a heartbeat ago. I don't know if it's the Threnodians' work, but if something is wrong and it's trying to twist my mind, you'd make the right call, wouldn't you, my fellow warrior? You'd protect my honor and my dignity.
Jezu, ledwo co się zaprzyjaźniliśmy, a już takie poważne deklaracje wzajemne.
Lupa. I've heard the 𝗪𝗆𝗏 saying, all for glory, fear no death. But sometimes, living takes more courage than dying.
Well then, that'll do just fine. I trust you, warrior, just as you trust me.
It doesn't matter if the story's end is already written or yet to unfold. I'll trust my own judgment to guide it where it must go.
Okay.
I hear cowering prayer. Face me, coward! Time to fight!
By the way, jeszcze nie mieliśmy companion story dla Lupy. Ciekawe, co przygotują dla niej. Już podejrzewam, że najpierw musimy ten wątek główny zakończyć. Nie wiem, czy zakończy się na 6. akcie, bo... Nie pamiętam, ile miał poprzedni, kurde. Puknę zaraz. Dojdziemy do jakiegoś filmika, żebym miał ten moment na zgooglowanie.
Those blades, spears, and halberd embedded in the stone.
Pierwszy chapter miał 8 aktów. Ale pierwsze kilka aktów było bardzo takich... Ja pamiętam, że to były takie w stylu idę, już jest drugi akt, idę, jest trzeci. Takie pierwsze 5-6 aktów to było po prostu jakieś takie króciutkie rzeczy, więc wydaje mi się, że o ile może być ich 8 tutaj, to nawet jeżeli nie będzie, no to zero zdziwienia, ponieważ pierwszy chapter był bardzo specyficzny, przez to, że był pierwszy. Więc pewnie między drugim, trzecim, czwartym i tak dalej będziemy widzieć jakąś tam tendencję, może ewentualny plan. Ale na razie trudno powiedzieć.
This is 𝗪𝗺𝗄𝗄𝗄𝗃 sword. You remember the waters of the upper city, right? You were looking for 𝗪𝗺𝗄𝗃. 𝗪𝗺𝗄𝗃 was the one that the statue was based on. Ages ago, the dark tide bore down on Reganesi, and 𝗪𝗪𝗏 didn't escape. 𝗪𝗺𝗄𝗃 was the son of the 𝗟R𝗺𝗲𝗏 back then, and he led our warriors to face the Tacit Discords. He died in that cursed tide, his strength worn down to nothing. His sword was corrupted, but his followers still risked their lives to bring it back. In this land, intense emotions easily blend with other forces. The Lioness of Glory was born from the fiery passions of heroes. So she holds sway over their weapons. Back then, this sword was growing more sinister due to the corruption. But all these years later, it has become a memento of a hero.
I feel something strong and pulsing in the direction the blade is pointing. It's coming from underground. Is it inside the mountain itself?
The frequency. It's the sentinel imperator. Just like Raguna, 𝗪𝗏𝗏 has its own Genesis nexus. That's why it seeks power. Needs more.
Zaczynamy dochodzić do sedna sprawy. Coraz bliżej.
More tacit discords, just like last time.
For a split second, the world shifted. Just like it did when I saw Mia. Every time there's an overlap like this.
Kurde, jaka fajna umiejętność eko.
As well as tacit discords.
Nice.
I hear cowering Glory is upon us!
Lupa ma bardzo fajne umiejętności, kurde, podobają mi się.
To victory!
Nice.
The tidal blight. It's an outgrowth of the dark tide itself. Why is it suddenly appearing like this?
We'll clear it out first, then check if that sword is the source.
Ale Lupa według tier listy na Game 8 jest na S+, a nie na... Znaczy na S nawet, a nie na SS. Ciekawe. Ciekawostka. What? A jak kliknąłem L1 i to przerwało. No tak.
What's that sound? Come, we should check it out.
Lupa jest sub-DPS-em w ogóle. Sub-DPS-em, więc jakby też ma zupełnie inną funkcję. Ciekawostka.
Lupa?
This doesn't feel like the first time I've been here. Let's go.
There's no mistaking it now. It's 𝗪𝗺𝗺𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃 frequency.
Thou carry the scent of 𝗪𝗺𝗃𝗃𝗃.
Not just knowledge, you've stolen the Sentinel's access too! Lupa's role in this story is it's yours!
No, szybko biega.
Is that Contender Mia?
It's the Threnodian. Lupa, this is something only you can do.
What? Przeczytaj
Tell me
tutorial.
what to do. Read the script. Adapt as required. I believe in you, warrior.
To lose our strength is the deepest fear of Septimontians. Pride hides the terror within. We fear no death, yet tremble before shame and failure. Did Domina Julia deceive me for this? I never got the chance to ask. The dark tide consumed all. Death took her, as it will take me.
Today as yesterday, we weave time beneath the tide. Swim, swim, wretched yet lovely fish. Dream deeply in my fiction, on the stage of a repeating tale, waiting for the day thou shalt consume the world.
O righteous one, I shall depart without a word. The golden city in my childhood legend is swallowed by the abhorrent tide. I whisper to my fleeting companion. Pages will scatter. The quill will fall. This play shall be torn from its author's hands.
A wrong note in the shifting score. O golden star full of mercy, pray tell me, as past and present intertwine, what fate have you chosen?
Hesitate not, warrior. You are the protagonist I have chosen. Only you can shatter the script and jump to the next page. Right. For the nobility you seek. For it all.
A dream? No. It couldn't. It's no dream. I'm not alone. The warrior put the hope of change in my hands. This feels good. Not standing there alone on the champion's stage. The warrior hasn't learned this yet, but I now remember traveling with 𝗪𝗺𝗃𝗏. I can't be in the real world. This is a 𝗪𝗺 created by the 𝗪𝗺𝗆. It's a realm of stories. The story of the great Aegon lasts only 3 days. Before 𝗪𝗺𝗃𝗏 came here, I had wandered this same bloody story more times than I can count. The dark tide consumed 𝗪𝗺𝘆𝗏, and that monstrous, half-human, half-sea creature grows ever larger. Is this the 𝗪𝗪𝗆's plan? To feed it with 𝗪𝗺𝗆's ruins? A script. Yes, this 𝗪𝗺 is like a book of plays. Each world in the 𝗪𝗺 is a story that keeps repeating, like sheets of paper, all overlapping with one another. New pages keep appearing, layering over the old, and the changes in one story bleed through to the next. After 𝗪𝗺𝗃𝗏's actions, 𝗪𝗺𝗆, once destroyed by the dark tide, has begun to return to normal in the story where the warrior arrived. 𝗪𝗺𝗃𝗏 saved me, changed my fate, and led me to the warrior, who stopped the Threnodian in the last story. So in this time, I haven't lost my memory. The warrior had delivered a powerful blow against the monster, and the energy supply from the central hub has been cut off. But that's not even its full form. I once searched for its true form with 𝗪𝗺𝗃𝗏. I remember now. What we see lies in the lower city's waters. I won't let your trust be misplaced.
What? Te wybuchy, co?
The old district of 𝗪𝗺𝗆, submerged beneath the waters due to the dark tide. The dark tide looms over 𝗪𝗺𝗆 like a stubborn storm cloud. Is the warrior? No. No time to worry. I have to find the cause of all this, and quickly.
Ona nie spada na dół. Oh. Ona nie ma ataku, który uderza o ziemię. Bez sensu.
In a past story, I came here with 𝗪𝗺𝗃𝗏.
𝗪𝗺𝗃𝗏. Zacząłem ją expić, bo udało mi się ją zdobyć wraz z jej mieczem panerowym, więc zobaczymy. Da mi się aerodamage.
Look at you. You can't go on much longer.
I feared as much. Then this is where we stop. Strange. I remember everything about 𝗪𝗆𝗵𝗏, but I can't remember. I can't even remember my name.
You didn't forget. Someone stole your role in the story. Even your name on the placards in the arena would be unreadable. Your existence has been erased. Only by unmaking this story can it be reclaimed.
Too bad I won't last long enough to see that happen. I'm sorry, 𝗪𝗁𝘂𝗵𝗏𝗄. You saved me, but I can't help you in return.
When I was a child, long ago, I heard tales of 𝗪𝗆𝗵𝗏𝗄. A city full of passion and life. People there drank deeply, laughed loudly, appreciated sculpture, and lived for the hunt. Men and women feared nothing. They burned like fire, giving all their light and heat before fading. But when I arrived in 𝗪𝗆𝗵𝗏, it had already been undone by dark hands. With the dark tide sweeping the streets, the city was nothing but an empty shell.
Nie strzeliłem się, że on jest taki podejrzany. Ale fajnie, że było widać go od razu. To nie było ukryte, kto będzie zły. To było teasowane, ale nie do końca pokazane. Fajnie. Lubię taki foreshadowing.
And wind chimes. Time seemed to slow.
The Leviathan. I will not give it the chance to make the people of 𝗪𝗺 weep and bleed. I will drag whoever orchestrated this tragedy out of the shadows.
𝗪𝗆𝗵𝗏𝗄. Can I leave it to you?
No. You said it yourself. This is your city. Some things only you can do. The monster leaving its trace in the dark tide. I can feel it. Its frequency is similar to my own. The Threnodian created me to be a resonator for its power. But I wasn't the only one. Many vessels before me failed.
You mean?
There is still much I don't know. I'll keep searching. But no matter what, you have a certain specialness. Once I sought to end it all. Someone stopped me. Even a life mocked by fate can break its curse. Whatever you seek to do, whether you're weak or strong, you must strive for it. I returned to the world thanks to a certain person's help. I believe she will come here and reshape this twisted story.
Oh, must be quite the person, eh? I wish I could meet her and see how she does it.
Then you will see for yourself. Victory isn't won in an instant. It takes patience and perseverance. What we can't do now, someone will carry forward later. If you want to save your city, then hold on. No matter the pain, no matter the doubts, you must keep going. Just like how you wandered 𝗪𝗼𝘆𝗄𝗏 before I came. Broken, yet determined to leave, to find help for the city. Jump to a new story, and bring my message to that person.
All right, 𝗪𝗺𝗃𝗏. I'll try my best. First, tell me, what is that person's name?
Rower. Land Rower.
I'm close to that abnormal frequency. You're in the submerged aqueducts.
Ciekawostka, co tu się podziało? Jakby Lupa miała tą misję, ale ona zapomniała o niej? Ciekawe. Dlaczego 𝗪𝗺𝗃𝗏 nam nie powiedziała, że idzie jakby ratować 𝗪𝗏𝗏𝗏? Dlaczego?
The submerged aqueducts. I remember reading about them in the silver records. There used to be an underground waterway leading to the plains. But now, with the old district completely flooded, we can only access it if we drain the water first. After my role was erased, 𝗪𝗺𝗃𝗏 must have found the half-human, half-sea creature, and the 𝗪𝗺𝗃𝗏𝗃. Like the warrior, she chose to remain on the closing of that page, to give new stories a fighting chance. That's why I only regained my name after I met the warrior. During our journey, the overlapping worlds the warriors saw were the monsters doing. It tried to use Mia to steal my role again, to corrupt 𝗪𝗼𝗆𝗏𝗏 once more. Only I can erase it from this story. Only I can prove that I'm real and it is fake. What happened to the Mia who vanished in the Veil of Glory decades ago? After everything you went through, what did the city of 𝗪𝗼𝗆𝗏 mean to you? I remember the entrance to the underground waterway is in the old district's bell tower. Of course. The upkeep of these waters always falls under the Silver's jurisdiction. Maybe I can awaken the sleeping giant of glory. In 𝗪𝗏𝗆𝗏𝗏 tradition, when it bears its blade and watches over the warriors leaving for the hunt, all gates and passages open. Many of the old routes are blocked, but I can try draining the water through the remaining ones. It's worth a try. Can't just clear the head. To get it to lift its sword and open the gates, I need to clear the arms too.
Pomagać im.
Is that
Będą
all?
jakieś takie nudniejsze momenty, to będę je przeskipowywał. Nie w sensie nie fabularne, ale gameplayowe. Jeżeli gra będzie chciała mnie zasypać jakimiś bzdurnymi zagadkami, to nie będę was tym męczył, nie? Jakby spokojnie. Mamy 40 minut na odcinku, więc chciałbym, żeby to było takie bardziej zbite.
Into the spotlight! Lackluster! Glory is upon us!
What?
Need to check for more patrol units nearby.
The fuck? Dlaczego to rozwaliliście? Fuck. Co to za gówno wyskoczyło? Okej. Pod wodą to jest. W sensie ten punkt kontrolny. Ciekawe.
𝗪𝗃𝗁𝗃𝗃.
By się pozbyć wody?
With me! The fight is on! Time to fight! Together we howl! I'll end you! I smell fear. Yeah. Yeah. Glory is upon us! With me to victory!
I gdzie ta woda poleciała? Ile tej wody poleciało? The fuck?
The water is drained. Time to head to the bell tower. That monster is hiding in the depths of the aqueducts.
I've already pulled that body from the sea.
Excellent, Domina Julia. Keeping one's word is the foundation of any solid partnership. I know, 𝗪𝗺𝘆𝘄𝗵𝗃 current effort doesn't quite heed the Senate's wishes, but we'll see to that. A cup of poisoned wine, a passing fly, a dagger. Fate strikes where least expected. With someone as clever and calculated as you at the helm, the House of Silver need not fear for its survival.
I do not work with you for our sake. I do this for 𝗪𝗺𝗺. Some of us have forgotten the terror of life adrift at sea. To survive the tide, one must make the right choices. We'll speak of other matters later. But tell me, why would you want a dead woman who fell into the sea?
Dead woman? Ah, you mean Mia? Indeed, she is the very heart of the unit I spoke of. The one we intend to build deep within these underground aqueducts. Alive or dead, her body holds the information we need. The 𝗪𝗺𝗃𝗃 experiments here will continue for some time. In the meantime, covering up this little laboratory's existence will require your assistance, madam.
The heart? That weakling's resonance abilities were meager at best. Her performance in the arena was nothing special. If it weren't for those incompetent fools in the Senate using her as a puppet to shift the attention and anger of the masses, she wouldn't even have made it to the finals.
Do not be upset, my dear Domina. You're absolutely right. The girl is so feeble she can't resist her creator's will in the slightest. Winning the Grand Aegon was precisely what brought the shadow of death upon her. Luck and misfortune, nobility and lowliness, weakness and strength. A person's nature is like two sides of a coin. And I've always found beauty in inevitable tragedies.
So Mia has been dead all this time. She didn't leave 𝗪𝗺𝗺 when she vanished. The sea took her.
Ja też podejrzewałem, że jej się coś stało. A nie, że uciekła, nie, że została porwana, tylko że to było takie bardziej trywialne. Pytanie brzmi, czy porwało, ponieważ wpadła tam z nieuwagi, czy jakaś siła zmusiła ją, żeby do tej wody wpadła.
Break, darkness!
I trust you've seen the experimental unit in the aqueducts. Well, what do you think?
If not for the sword embedded in her chest, I could mistake the corpse for being alive.
Indeed. Decades have passed, yet Mia remains.
Ciekawe, jaką postacią będzie trollowa. Bo jak rozumiem, ona ma też być banerem.
As the 𝗪𝗺𝗺dians' failed resonator, this specimen is in its own way remarkable. You know, it wasn't so long ago that the rover intervened and 𝗪𝗺𝗃𝗃𝗃 broke free from that tower. I discovered that a small piece of the 𝗪𝗺dians' essence within Mia was reawakened with the tower's resurgence into our world.
Sounds as though you found new inspiration.
Yes. 𝗪𝗺𝗺𝗺 will host the Great Aegon soon. I've come up with a rather intriguing idea. Before her death, Mia also attended the tournament. I'll use that as the fictitious anchor to craft a play to rewrite reality itself. I've already discussed terms with it and reached a modest agreement.
You spoke with the 𝗪𝗺dian. Has Leviathan already awakened?
Only a fragment of it remains. A weakened, cunning shard, desperate to grow stronger. I'll fashion a story for this sea creature, enabling it to fulfill what it once sought. to have the dark tide swallow 𝗪𝗪𝗏 whole. The Threnodian once sought to use Mia to find 𝗪𝗪𝗏's central hub in order to corrupt the beacon system. Even if met with failure, it would control the champion's mind to infiltrate the city's upper echelons. Oh well, it all failed in the end. In the face of her futility to resist corruption, that girl chose death. She drove a sword into her heart and leapt into the sea before choking on her own blood. Fascinating, isn't it? Faced with the same predicament, strength and weakness still make a difference. The Blessed Maiden single-handedly thwarted the Threnodians' designs in Ragusa, but this poor soul had no choice but to take her own life. A death so theatrical, so saturated with sorrow. How poetic. How beautifully tragic.
I don't care for your taste, Cristoforo. I'm merely curious. What ending have you penned for 𝗪𝗪𝗏 this time?
Oh, such an impatient reader, 𝗪𝗺𝗏.
Polowa.
This play is nothing more than an amplifier, designed to nurture the Threnodian's lingering power. Once it grows large enough, I'll overlay the Sonoro onto reality. All that's needed is for Domina Julia to select the right champion. Swapping out the protagonist is hardly a challenge. Once the sea creature grows within the cradle I forged from the dark tide, the hymn of journeying paradise will spread from 𝗪𝗪𝗏 across Renasita. Really, compared to those 𝗪𝗪𝗏ians who've long forgotten Mia, the story I've written for her is far more thrilling. Don't you agree?
And what if it fails?
Then so be it. You know, 𝗪𝗺𝗏, stories are but mankind's attempt to imagine and rehearse fate. If this play proves Rover worthy of becoming the protagonist of my story, if they pass their trial by fire, then isn't that a victory as well?
Oh, okay. She's crazy.
Disgusting.
Still lingering, Mia. A fading reverberation that should have dissolved in the deep long ago.
No nie gadaj, że Miję uratujemy jeszcze.
Are you going?
To claim the title. Was that not your unfulfilled wish?
That was never mine. The arena. I don't need this victory.
But I do. Without a champion and the lion beast, I cannot touch the central hub left by 𝗪𝗺𝗏𝗏. You, Cartafia, Both my daughters, my very creations. Why this fruitless resistance? Has 𝗪𝗆𝗺 ever granted you kindness? They neither love you nor need you. Long have you been forgotten.
We were raised by them. You will never understand.
Proud in battle, and yet yearning for strength. I know the heart of the 𝗪𝗆𝗺tians far better than you. Mia, you are simply too afraid to face their true nature. You choose to deceive yourself. You cannot admit that they used you and then cast you aside. You cannot accept that from the start you were insignificant.
No. 𝗪𝗺𝗵𝗏. My flowers.
Hush, it matters not. Your thoughts are of little consequence.
I've always carried this shame. Shame for something I didn't choose. Shame for something that's just there. Sometimes it turns into doubt.
Jezu, jakie mądre zdanie.
I
Jesus.
try to live free, and I do most days. But still, I see it. I see the pain in their faces. In the ones who fall behind, the ones who leave the field beaten, the ones who pin all their hopes on me. I've always wondered if I didn't have this gift, could I have reached this point with clean hands? Should I have judged those who trampled the rules to survive? Or was I blind to my own arrogance? Now, I don't think like that anymore. The warrior is stronger than me, no doubt, but she treats everyone the same. She didn't choose to stand alone. Instead, she chose to trust me. 𝗪𝗺𝗃𝗃 spent years trapped by the weight of everyone's expectations. Never stepped foot in 𝗪𝗆𝗺 before, but still sailed across the seas to be here. And Mia, her resonance ability might be weak, but she never ran from a fight. She fought till her last breath. A heart isn't shaped by what it's born with or what it's been given. I've underestimated others, and I've underestimated myself too. But you, the arrogance, thinking you understand the darkness in people's hearts, but you don't have a single drop of life in you! Beautiful as ever, The Griffons' fortress. My city, 𝗪𝗺𝘆𝗺. Built by the hands of the people. Not the Sentinel, and not the Threnodian. Where there's light, there's always shadow. But people need light. They'll chase it no matter what. And they'll learn to live with the shadow. 𝗪𝗃𝗁𝗃𝗏𝗃, they were born and raised on these islands. They are daughters of 𝗪𝗺ci h. They belong to no gods but their own.
Was it real? Was it mine? Was it worth it? Sometimes I feel like a player that's stressed and pressed by the script. All I know is my desire and my love won't fade. I'll set a fire that fears your sheets. Was it real? Was it mine?
O,
Better to die than to be a puppet. Death does not scare me.
If divinity takes up arms against the innocent, I will raise my sword against divinity.
I heard your request. But I prefer to handle this my way.
Victory isn't won in an instant. It takes patience and perseverance. I believe in you, warrior.
nowa walka. Czyżby? Dlaczego oni muszą się zawsze zmieniać w potwory?
I swear by the eternal sun, I will slay you!
From the fear and the longings of civilization, I was wrought. Born of the hearts of countless men and women, of babes and of the aged. With sharp blades and silver tongue, you struggle for power and revel in the slaughter of the arena. From past to present, nothing has changed.
What right do you have to judge the people of 𝗪𝗺ci h? 𝗪𝗺 chose her end with dignity. Your very existence is an insult to her. Look at you cowering in this little incubator, desperate to evade your end. You will never understand what it takes to face the fear of death. Caught you now! Triumph at the spear tip! With me! All or nothing! Into the spotlight!
Unite with me.
Up from attack with me! To victory! Flee, Phil! With me!
A human life Life is nothing more than a scream between life and death. Pray to me!
Burn to dust! The fight is on! With me! Glory is upon us! With me to victory! Break darkness! Into the spotlight!
Greatness has no summit, and victory is never the final word.
Proud? Pitiful? Cry? Love?
Race to the finish! To face death with the crown of glory! By my will! Let this light burn in all its fury! To me, there is no greater joy in this world.
What a shame. It seems the play I've written isn't well received.
What are you two plotting in 𝗪𝗪𝗃𝗃?
Oh, dear madam. Let's leave some mystery for the next chapter, shall we?
There is something no one can take from me.
Lupa.
Oh.
It's real! Both of you are safe.
The 𝗪𝗺dian's frequency is gone. Well done, Lupa.
You found the righteous one and safeguarded 𝗪𝗻𝗺𝗃. It's like something out of a knight's tale. No, wait, gladiator's tale?
Ebi się obudził. Yes!
Phew, finally, I can stick my head out. Rover, are you okay?
Whoa.
I'm fine, Abby. What happened to you earlier?
Wait, we're already in 𝗪𝗻𝗺𝗃? I was just talking to you, and then boom! It felt like something just covered me. First it messed with my frequency, then I just passed out. Wait, 𝗪𝗺𝗃𝗃? And a girl I don't know?
You're lively. Your echo's more boisterous than a tada.
What happened while I was out?
Jebany 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 odgrywa.
Let's fill in this story's blanks, shall we?
When I sensed the Threnodian's power here in Septimont, I immediately set out to find its source. It was quite sudden. I slipped through the smallest of cracks to enter this sonoro, which severed my contact with the outside world. I found Lupa in the city. She had lost her role. We traveled together for a time and discovered the architects of the destruction, the 𝗪𝗪𝗃𝗃 playwright 𝗪𝗺𝗃𝗃 and the Threnodian. Sadly, the playwright did eventually erase Lupa's existence. As for me, I descended into the submerged aqueducts where I found the Threnodian. It had inhabited Mia's remains and was hiding within an experimental unit. Unfortunately, I was unable to eliminate it entirely. It evaded me, slipping into hiding. I reasoned that you would sense the anomaly and come to Septimont, so I sought to offer you my aid. I battled the playwright, and in doing so, stripped him of his ability to control the script. Afterward, he, along with the other 𝗪𝗪𝗃𝗃𝗃 overseers, fled from me. With that, the sonoro began to collapse. It was then that we finally met. Is there anything else you wish to ask, righteous one? The Threnodian's frequency has vanished from Septimont, but I fear this is far from over. There is something else. Perhaps due to the dark tide in the sonoro, I can feel my balance shifting. The Threnodian's pull is growing stronger. Now that I think of it, this could very well be part of the 𝗪𝗪𝗃𝗃𝗃's plan.
You need to head to the Black Shores, 𝗪𝗺𝗃𝗃. They've been dealing with the Threnodian for years. You should go there and run some tests. They'll know how to handle what's coming.
The Black Shores? Is that where you're from? If it's a place you trust, then I will go.
O, nice.
The event that brought forth the dark tide, it must have been my death. After that, the details of the story blur. It repeated so many times. It's hard to remember everything. All I remember is wandering the desolate city streets in a Septimont corrupted by the dark tide, unable to escape. Until I met 𝗪𝗪𝗃𝗃. She saved me. But in that story, we couldn't fully resolve the source of the disaster. Then in another story, I encountered you, my fellow warrior. After we parted, I awoke in yet another story, in the Vale of Glory, where I finally saw the Threnodian's true form in the submerged aqueducts. It had taken control of Mia's corpse, and was using the 𝗪𝗪𝗃𝗃𝗃's sonoro to grow its power. After defeating it, the sonoro began to collapse. I passed through those crumbling pages to find you. Is there anything else you want to know? I'll hold nothing back. Oh, the script and the copper mirror you gave me. I'll return them to you now. It was a long story, but the ending turned out well. Though, thinking of Mia still upsets me. Her reverberations, trapped in that monstrous body. I can't imagine her suffering over the last 20 years.
When you defeated the Threnodian, you also set her free.
Yes. It was an honor to have that final battle with her. Thanks to you and 𝗪𝗪𝗃𝗃, I was able to rewrite the tragic ending of this story. Thank you, my fellow warrior, for believing in me.
There's one more thing. We should return to the central hub in Septimont. I found something tied to you there.
O,
The central hub. Good timing. There's something I need to handle in the Vale of Glory, too.
Okej. Tu. Central Hub. O, mamy dostęp do tego pomieszczenia teraz. To jest Central Hub. Okej.
When Lupa vanished, I destroyed the experimental unit, pursued the 𝗪𝗺𝗃𝗀, and defeated the lioness of glory it controlled. Then, I came across this place. You remember how the 𝗪𝗺𝗃𝗀 took on a part of the Sentinel's knowledge and permissions, yes? For the Sentinel, the information stolen was their very memories. For this reason, even the Sentinel forgot that before merging with the 𝗪𝗺𝗃𝗀, they transferred some of their knowledge to the central hub in 𝗪𝗺𝘆.
The knowledge they would later forget.
It was a secret, one the 𝗪𝗺𝗃𝗀 should never learn. The Sentinel moved it there for safekeeping. Within it, I found a special frequency. A part of it felt like yours. I believe it's what the Sentinel left for you, so I took it.
Huh?
It seems like a clue. The true secret they left for you is not here, but in that direction. You see, before I came to meet you, I passed by the city of 𝗪𝗺𝗺𝗺. The arena I destroyed has been restored, but in the people's hearts, it's still the righteous one and Lupa who claimed victory. The 𝗪𝗺𝗃𝗀𝗃 power to reshape reality is deeper than we realized. I'm afraid this is just the beginning. I once believed the 𝗪𝗺𝗃𝗀𝗃 sought to use the 𝗪𝗺𝗃𝗃 to regain power, but its true goal is the central hub. I believe it's due to this secret the Sentinel has hidden.
That direction, it leads to the hunting grounds. The blight cloud still lingers there. When the high tide comes, 𝗪𝗺𝗺montians hunt and cull the spawning tacit discords.
The dark tide connects everything. I cannot pinpoint where the Sentinel's message lies. I'm afraid you must go there yourself. But the worst of the storm has passed. Lupa, will you be our tour guide? Show us the sights and glories of 𝗪𝗺𝗺𝗺? I'd love to hear more about what you mentioned earlier. The wind blowing through golden flags and the sound of wind chimes.
Of course, it would be my honor. But before we go, there's something I need to do first.
Co potrzebujesz zrobić?
Travel through a silver veil above the drifting mist. A shining path.
It's Mia's sword. I went through a lot to bring it back. The monster is gone now. Like so many 𝗪𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺 heroes whose bodies were never recovered, I wanted to return her weapon. This is where she gave her life. I can't say if she loved or hated 𝗪𝗺𝗺𝗺 more, but she once spoke of the bloodleaf 𝗪𝗺𝗺. It's a tribute often given to gladiators by their supporters, so I think she would have wanted to rest here. It's beautiful. Our city. The city of glory. The people here love to drink, laugh, carve statues, and hunt. It burns like fire, drenched in both victory and defeat. It holds all our disappointments and all our hopes.
Nice. Dało się. Czy mam jakieś jeszcze tutaj kontynuację questa? Jakieś tutoriale, nie tutoriale? No zdaje się, że nie. Nice. Companionship. To jest companionship. After story.
You've come, warrior.
Are you drinking?
Just wheat juice.
Sure. Wheat juice.
Ah, today you... Oh, you smell nice. Like dried wheat. Warm. Well, that's just what I think. When I was little, I used to roll in the wheat fields. It's good to have my fellow warrior by my side.
Lupa, you've had enough wheat juice. Sit. Take a break for a moment.
Even though it's over, there's still a heaviness. A drink helps. I've sent word to the 𝗟R's palace about Domina Julia. But finding the silvers that fled will take time. 4 years ago, Augusta won the title of champion. Since becoming 𝗟R𝗺, much of the corruption tied to the arena has been cleared. If Mia had lived, perhaps things would have been different. Sometimes I wonder, what would my life have been like if my parents hadn't handed me over to the Silvers when we first came to Septimont? Just like one of those stories, with the different endings.
Have you ever thought about living a different life, Lupa?
No need. I'm content with what I have. For everything gained, something is lost. But through it all, I met you. Life is an arena. Victory and defeat are a part of that. No one wins forever. The more victories, the higher the expectation, and the heavier the weight of defeat. Do you fear that one day you might face defeat? You seem to live to meet others' expectations. This is what you're used to, I'd say. Even if one day you meet defeat, remember this. Those you've helped will never let you face it alone.
Aww. Jak słodko.
I may not have your strength, but should you call, I will meet you on the battlefield. no matter the distance. I swear it by the eternal sun, my fellow warrior.
Nice. Czyli mamy wszystko. Dobra. To wszystko na dzisiaj. Dziękuję. Do usłyszenia. No i cześć. Dziękuję bardzo za oglądanie mojego materiału. Mam nadzieję, że Wam się podobało. Jeżeli Wam się spodobało, pamiętajcie, żeby kliknąć kciuk w górę, zasubskrybować i kliknąć dzwoneczek. Wszystko, aby zawsze być na bieżąco. Jeżeli macie coś do napisania, napiszcie komentarz, dzięki temu będę wiedział, że jesteście, że Wam się podoba i przede wszystkim, że chcecie, żeby tych materiałów pojawiało się więcej. Dodatkowo, jeżeli chcecie się wdzięczyć za to, co robię i podoba Wam się moja praca, pamiętajcie, że możecie kliknąć w moją nazwę, wejdziecie do strony głównej mojego kanału, kliknąć opcję wesprzyj i za 2 zł, 10 albo 30 zostaniesz wspierającymi według Waszej tutaj chęci i potrzeby oddania trochę tej dobroci w moją stronę. Dziękuję bardzo za oglądanie, trzymajcie się, do usłyszenia i życzę Wam miłego dnia. Bardzo serdecznie dziękuję wszelkim wspierającym za to, że jesteście. Dziękuję tym, którzy byliście wspierającymi i dziękuję wszystkim tym, którzy po tym właśnie filmiku zdecydowaliście się na wsparcie. Przede wszystkim to nie jest tak, że wspieracie osobę, która ma tysiące widzów. Wspieracie małą społeczność, której dzięki każdej osobie z Was, każdej złotówce, którą mi przelejecie, każdym 2 złotym, które jesteście wspierającymi ptasiakami, za każdą tą jedną osobę bardzo serdecznie dziękuję i za każdą tą złotówkę dziękuję, ponieważ dzięki temu po prostu mam chęci, mam motywację i przede wszystkim mam dodatkowe finanse, które pozwalają utrzymać ten kanał i utrzymać wszystko, co się wokół niego dzieje, włącznie z kosztami prądu, kosztami kupowania nowego sprzętu, kupowania nowych gier i w ogóle całego czasu, które spędzam, czy to nagrywając, czy to streamując i czy to, jeżeli w przypadku wielu sytuacji rozmawiając i wspierając osoby, które w jakiś sposób czują się gorzej. Więc moja działalność jest bardzo szeroka i cieszę się, że doceniacie ją. Jeżeli ktoś z Was czuje się gorzej i chciałby ze mną porozmawiać i ma jakieś takie problemy, możecie do mnie napisać, zagadać. Wszystko na Discordzie, a link do Discorda w opisie.